Right, welcome to Chair Yoga, and in today's class, why don't you have a bolster? I've got a bolster over there handy, or some cushions for your back. Blocks, recommend blocks. And let's use the strap today as well. We're going to work a little bit on the back of the body today. So the strap is also a great prop, something to hold on to. Not necessarily something that stretches, but something that's rigid that you can hold tight. And because we're working on the back body today, we want to be nice and kind to the back. So as you sit on the chair, start to fidget around. Now your fidgeting can take on a whole range of different variations. So you're going to listen to your own body. So as I'll just describe how I'm fidgeting, and that might give you ideas, or it might be something that you can put in the bank for later. So right now I'm pushing my right hand into my right thigh and creating a slight twist, and then twisting to the other side. So the hip and pelvis at the base of the spine are kind of sliding forwards and backwards. The shoulders come back. I even start to turn the head. So the movement's starting to affect my whole spine as I sit on the chair and fidget my way through these turns and twists. And like you, I can feel my back is saying, yes, please. So the next way I'm going to fidget is to simply keep the hands still, but to create a circling torso around the hips. And I often find this is very helpful on the low back. And if you let your shoulders, elbows, neck, and hips relax as you do this, you start to discover little pockets of ouchiness, stiffness, little places where groans are stored. And then I rotate the other way because that also reveals different pockets. And I'm noticing how my feet feel as I do that. Sometimes the weight comes over the feet, sometimes it backs off the feet into the sit bones. So in some ways I'm lubricating, particularly the low back and the neck as I do this, the end points of the spine. And then the next way I'm fidgeting is to simply slightly rock, like I'm in a little boat and I'm rocking from one side to the other. So this is both strengthening the stabilizer muscles for the spine, but it's also stretching the obliques on the other side. And if I let my head rock, I can feel that traction through the side into the shoulders. And speaking of the shoulders, it makes me want to start to incorporate the arms a little bit more. So the next time I lean to that right side, I'm going to sweep that left hand behind my head and just tap the back of the head and push the back of the head into the hand and the hand into the back of the head. Releasing gently, I'll float to the other side and repeat that. Head tap, push the skull back into the hand, and that opens up all this ribcage side area, creating a lateral stretch as well. So see if you can incorporate the head push into the hand once you lean over, so you feel that in the neck as well. The head pushes back into the hand, hand pushes into the head, creating a little isometric squeeze in that flexion. And this starts to wake up my need to do some more twisting. So this time with floppy arms, I'm just going to flop from one side to the other, like a rag doll. Let the arms flop, flop. Lift and flop, lift and flop. And just notice how that feels. So now I'm noticing that the breath, I exhale as I twist, inhale as I come through and lift the arms, and then pause. So already I can feel a big difference into the way my back feels, just with that fidgeting motion there. Oh, got something on my mat. Oh, underneath the mat. There you go. So more work on the back. Grab the knees or the thighs and pull the navel in so you start to feel a rounding. The shoulders come forward. You're pulling against the kneecaps, creating that tension. There's a rounding in the back. Now slowly drop the chin towards the chest. Feel that traction in the spine. Inhale, pull against the knees, bend the elbows so it pulls the torso forward. Lift the chin, bring the elbows in towards the ribs. Flare open the collarbones and lift the head to the point that feels safe and comfortable for your neck. So proudly pushing the chest out, shoulders back and down. A lot of strength in the arms here. Waking up to that sacred cow back bend, that arching of the back. Squeezing of the shoulder blades. So in the beginning, between these two motions, rounding, tucking the tailbone, drawing the navel in, shoulder blades apart, dropping the chin. And then pulling against the knees, elbows back, lifting the lower back up, opening the chest, shoulders back and down, lifting the chin. Maybe taking 1 or 2 breaths in each shape until you feel there's a natural inclination to roll between the two shapes using one breath. Coordinating the parts of that one breath. Inhale as you open up the chest and pull back and look up. Exhaling as you round and pull the navel in, tuck the tailbone, drop the chin. So once you get to the rhythm of one breath for both movements, inhale and exhale, keep going slower, maybe taking multiple breaths in each until you feel that natural rolling transition becomes seamless with the breath. So working the back through this arching and rounding. And then come to stillness, extend both legs so you feel a stretch in the back of the legs. So you feel the hamstrings pulling tight, the calf muscles, and you might even hinge forward to really feel that. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, sit up and bring the shoulders back. Try to touch the elbows behind you and look up. Keeping the hands on the hips. Exhale forward, bring the elbows towards the knees, head towards the knees. Keeping the legs extended, toes curled back. Now, just like the cat and cow, take your time with this, pausing in each position, maybe for a breath or two, until you feel like the natural breathing sequence, one breath, both positions, inhaling, coming back, exhaling, folding forward, becomes natural. We'll be here for another 3 breaths. And then pausing to come up. Once again, let the arms dangle, and maybe we'll do some ragdoll flops from side to side again. Just noticing how the whole spine feels from the neck all the way down through the upper back, mid back, low back. All right, positioning the feet, bent knees, grip hold of the sides of the chair. Just some hip openings here. So we're working on that connection between the leg and the hip, which connects to the low back, of course. Stepping out, opening the hip to the left, stepping back, opening the hip to the right. So just feeling the hips' involvement and connection to the back. You can add resistance here. Push against the opening, push against the closing. So the hand pushes against the thigh as you open, pushes against the inner thigh as you close. So adding a little core strength, because we want our core to strengthen so it supports the back as well. Pause to neutral. Sit towards the front of the chair. Grip hold of the chair for stability, and we'll just do high knee lifts. Lift that left leg. Extend the left leg out. Heel on the floor, toes curled back. Float it up as an extension. Bend the knee and lower. Try that on the other side. So we're working the hip flexor, raising the knee, extending out, heel to floor, nice calf muscle, posterior stretch, lifting up, bending the knee, tapping. You remember that? Lift, lower and extend, lift extended, curl back, tap down. Lift, extend low, extend high, back, down. Keep going, side to side. Just working the core, the hip flexors, the posture. This is all strengthening the back in your own time. If you want a little more challenge, you can lift one arm up as you do this. Or 2 arms up as you do this. So you have lots of options here. One more on each side. And release. Let's do some torso twirls. Make sure that we're releasing the low back after all that work. Big strong twirls now, a little more confidence. Twirl a little more deeply. Head comes down lower to the front of the mat as you come forward. Other direction. And hopefully you're feeling the strength of your core supporting all of that motion. All right. Once again, a little bit of core work here, so we're strengthening and supporting the back. Come to stillness, upright, grab both ends of the chair. Now lean back a little bit so your feet are almost fairy taps on the mat. All your weight's really back here into the lean, and you can lift up both legs and down. So you're finding a balance. Preferably not leaning against the back of the chair, but if you have to, that's okay. So we're just working. Now the next time you lift, bring the knees to the left, so you create a twist. Come back to center, tap down, lift up, sweep the knees to the right. So there's a lot of core work in that twist, using the chair for support. Twist, exhale, inhale, neutral, tap, inhale, lift, exhale, twist to the other side. Ooh, I feel that in the hip flexors, huh? One more each side. Ooh. Now I want to fidget again, so I'm just going to fidget, rocking the hips back and forth. Come to stability, feet shoulder width apart, and then open a little wider, heel toe the feet outwards, maybe to the point where the heels are just in the mat and the toes are off the mat, pointing the toes out. Grip hold of the upper thighs and simply lean forward. So as you lean forward, you might find your feet want to change position. The hips open a little more. You get that internal stretch in the adductors. Push against the thighs, come back to neutral, stacking head over shoulders, over hips. So we're just leaning forward and then coming back. As you lean forward, the shoulders might shrug up towards the ears, that's okay. As you come back, let the shoulders consciously drop down, elbows drop down, arms relax. Now, some of you, if you feel adventurous, when you lean forward, you might adjust your feet and even lift the hips, the buttocks off your chair a little bit so you're supported fully by the legs. But when you come down, push your buttocks outwards, find the seat, and if possible, without plopping, come back. So that's just a progression if you feel confident with that. Otherwise, just lean forwards and backwards on the chair. And once again, if you feel that flow take over where the breath and the movement work together, exhale as you come forward, inhale as you come back. The next time you plop back, or don't plop back, bring a block in between the feet, and you'll notice that my block's standing on its highest setting, so it's the top of the block is up high. Lean forward onto your elbows and have this relaxed traction in the low back. Maybe drop the chin down to the chest. Keeping the chin to the chest, turn the head to the left. Keeping the chin to the chest, come back to center. Turn to the right, chin to chest. Back to center. So you create this little pendulum with the chin down towards the chest. Over time, you might find the pendulum can go a little more in the twist or not. The next time you come to center, lift the chin away from the chest so you're looking at the top of your mat. Turning the head to the left with the chin away from the chest now, so we're not drooping the chin, we're turning. And once again, just turning. Can you synchronize your breathing with the tone? Inhale the head to neutral. Looking at the top of the mat, exhale the head as you turn over one shoulder. Next time you come to neutral, drop both hands to the top of the block so the weight shifts forward into the hands, into the block. And we're simply going to do very easy push-ups here. Bend the elbows outwards, let the head come down, feel the traction in the low back, the opening in the hips. Keep the chin away from the chest. Push hands into block, straighten the arms, lifting up. So just a nice yoga push-up, bending elbow out, controlled lowering. Push down, slow lift. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. You might come lower, exhale up. You might even bring the hands to the mat and find you can come lower. Come onto fingertips. If you want to droop the head now, and notice how that feels when you come down, that adds a whole new dimension to the back, upper back, neck. The next time you come down, you can hang out here. You can move the block if you like. You can even cross the arms and dangle. Now to come out, bring the chin away from the chest. Push through the feet and bring the elbows to the thighs. Eyes are gazing down, and then you can walk the hands along the thighs. Head comes up last. And bring the hands to the hips and rock from side to side. You can do your head taps as you do this, if you remember those head taps from the beginning of class. Remember to push the back of the head into the hand. Now we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to work on the legs a little bit here. So bring the feet roughly parallel to the hips, knees pointing the same direction, forward over the toes. Push down with the balls of the feet and lift the heels up so you can see it side on and down. Push down, lift up and down. So we do 10 more. 9, 8, 7. Really see if you can focus on the big toe mound pushing down. 5, 4. So there's no splaying out of the feet, no splaying out of the knees. 2, 1. Now, bring the heels of the feet together. Toes point out, knees point out. I'm going to do the same. Heel lift, heel lower. When the heels drop down, the heels will connect. When they lift up, they'll separate. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the big toe mound focused. 3, 2, and 1. And then big toes together, knees together, heels apart, so you're knock-kneed. And we'll do the same. Remember, keeping the big toe mound pressure down. Lift the heels, lower the heels in this knock-kneed fashion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now bring the soles of the feet together, the knees splay out, and you're on the pinky toe edge of your foot. So the bottoms of your feet are trying to press together. And you might have to wiggle closer to the front of the chair. If you do that, make sure you've got a nice secure grip on the chair. And you're simply going to flap the knees a few inches towards each other and away from each other. So you're feeling that work on the outer ankles, outer feet. If you're feeling strong in the arms, you could lift your buttocks off the chair and come down into a full butterfly and then press up, down and up, staying on the edges of the feet. So that's just a little strength work you can throw into the mix if that feels good, if that feels safe, if you're confident. And then coming back to your chair. Bring the feet out to the edge, the knees in towards the center. And again, you're just going to do a 1 inch opening of the knee and a 1 inch closing of the knee. Out, in. This time you're on the edge of the foot with the big toe edge. So you're feeling the feet wake up in a whole different way. I don't know how that would go with weight. Again, down. So that has much less range of motion, but I get a different effect if I'm using my arms and upper body strength off the chair. A little more advanced. Come back to the chair. Extend the legs, toes curled back, hands slide down over the knees. This is called pike or half bend. Chin away from the chest. We're not trying to reach the toes here. And then slide back up. We're going to repeat that. Slide down, toes curled back, but this time a little lower, maybe mid shin or upper shin, and back. So each time you slide forward, you're gradually moving closer to the ankle joints or the toes. Try to hinge rather than drop the head. Keep the chin off the chest. So you get that nice hinge. The next time you find your position, whatever that looks like, feels like, hold, breathe, pull the navel in a little bit, creating a little concave where the belly is, belly button. And now if you like, you can drop the head, the chin to the chest, rounding the back a little bit. Shoulder blades apart. For 3, 2, 1. Lift the chin, walk the hands up the legs. Slowly aligning head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Shoulders shrug up to the ears, back, down. Shoulder rolls, up, back, down. Up, back, down. Other way, down, back, up, down, back, up. All right. Let's cross right ankle over left. Forward fold, sliding forward. Keep the toes curled back so you protect the back and back up. So we're doing kind of what we did last time, except right ankle's crossed over left. The next time you come down, hold. Drop the chin if you like. Slowly walk the hands back, stacking head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and bring the left hand behind you onto the chair. Or you can grab the waistline of your pants. I find that more helpful actually. So my left hand is bound behind my back. It's bringing the left shoulder back. Right hand's going to cross over and grip hold of my opposite leg. And I'm going to simply twist to that left side. Sit up tall, navel slightly in, shoulders back and down, long neck, exhale, turn the head to the right, just the head. Inhale the head to neutral, release the twist, and pick up that right knee. Squeeze it in towards your ribs and rotate the right foot. Cross that right ankle over that left thigh, and if you can, simply bend the left knee. So you're in a figure four. Keep the toes curled back. Bring both hands onto that right thigh. Sit up tall, so you're lifting the rib cage away from your hip flexor. You're lifting up. You can even use your right hand to lift up and scoop up the flesh into the rib cage. Hold it up, and as you do that, the left hand's simply going to gently press that right thigh down. So you're unclogging the pelvis here. Now try to keep the rib cage lifted, releasing the hands to the thigh, and lean forward into your figure four to the point that feels safe and comfortable. If you want to droop over, you can. If you want to put a bolster there, you can, and lean on a bolster is nice. You can let the head droop if that feels good. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, push the hands against the thigh. Come up slowly, stacking head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Release that leg and lower. How's that low back feeling? Mine's feeling good after this, so let's try the other side. Extend both legs, left ankle over right. Toes curled back, hinge forward. Might feel very different on this side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, forward, just a few times. Next time you come down, hold. Toes curled back. Soft breath. Lower the chin to the chest if that feels good. Gently walk the hands back. Stack head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, shoulders back and down. Lift the ribs. And bring that right hand behind you. Left hand crosses over to opposite leg. And grab hold of chair or clothing. The waistline of the pants. Bring that right shoulder back. Lift the ribs. Grow the neck. Exhale, turn the head to the left. Yum, yum, yum. Head to neutral. Relax the arms. Hug that left knee into the ribs. Rotate the foot. Rotate the foot the opposite direction as well. If you can, cross left ankle over right knee, bending the knee, figure 4. Right hand scoops the flesh in and up onto that right rib cage, lifting the ribs up, holding yourself up. Left hand is going to push down against left thigh. Unclog the pelvis. Toes curled back. So a lot of our back issues come from a tight hip flexors, slumped ribs, rounded shoulders, pull back. Now you can release and grab hold of the leg and just simply hinge forward. This will give you a different traction. Toes curled back. It's a bit like a seated pigeon. You can lean as far forward as feels good. Keep the toes of that left foot curled back. You can drop the chin at any time to add a little more weight. And slowly push up, push up, push up. Stack head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, shoulders back and down. Ribs lifted. And when I say ribs are lifted, they're not popping out like that. So we're not popping them out. They're lifted away from the belly. But see if you can keep some braces tying the ribs to the hips. So you're using core strength to lift the ribs up without popping them. So you're using that core. And we'll try something novel. Make sure you have a bolster close by and some blocks. But before that, we're going to go for a walk. So to come off the chair properly, bring the feet back, lean forward, hands on the chair. Lean forward more until you feel the legs activate, and then push through the heels, coming up slowly without twisting, coming to your standing position. Good. And then locate the back of your chair. So the back of the chair is there for balance. Squeeze the buttocks. Line head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, knees over ankles. But bring that right toes up so you're only on the heel of the right foot, and just bang it down gently. This is good for bone density. Banging the heel bone gently down into the floor. stop, lift that left toes up. Keep the left toes up as you bang the left heel down into the floor. Now pause, see if you can lift up both toes so you're walking on the spot on your heels, toes are lifted. If you want to walk forward away from your chair, you can, and backwards, or you can just hold the chair. And pause. Whew. Lift the heel of the right foot, so you're on the ball of the toes of the left foot. Lift it up, march, and drop it down. Tap, 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 tap. Other side, lift the heel of the left foot, push down into the ball, feel the toes curl back, and do some tap, 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 tap. So just waking up the feet in a different way. Now can we do both? Come onto the balls of both feet. You're in high heels and you're holding the chair for balance, or you can walk forward, getting that little hip going in your high heels. And then pause. We've got a little more walking to do here. Bring that right foot forward slightly and lift up the inner side of the foot so the pinky toe side is pushing into the floor. Just lean forward and backwards. So you bring weight into it and backwards. Weight in and backwards. Switch feet. Lean forward, come back. So you feel that stretch on the outer ankle. Now bring both feet back and open the knees out so you're on the edges of both feet at the same time. And you can walk on the spot, or you can walk forward, backwards, and pause. Last one, I promise. Bring the right knee in. Bring the big toe edge of the foot onto your floor. And just sway left and right here so you feel that inner ankle stretch, outer ankle contract. Just transferring the weight carefully and gently. Other foot. And of course, option both feet so your knees are in together. We did this earlier in the class. And you can walk on the inside of the feet as well. Staying at the chair or walking away. And that's it. Let's grab a bolster. We'll have a little quick resting pause. Bring a bolster to the back of your chair. Take a seat, bring rocks under your feet. Lean back against your bolster. Come into your astronaut position. Shoulders back and down. Let the arms dangle. Rest the hands on the lap. Feel your whole back body supported here. Now let the hips settle into your chair. Feel the low back push gently into your bolster or cushion. Let the bones in the low back relax. Let your low back feel supported here. Let the rib cage soften. So you feel weight coming down the ribs into the low back, and the low back keeps melting, and that relaxed melt oozes up the spine into the mid-back. The mid-back totally supported, held. The collarbones soften. The shoulders drop, so there's even more weight as gravity pulls down the shoulders, sinks the shoulders. The shoulder blades soften into your back, rest, and your upper back starts to let go. The whole back body supported, held, nurtured. Let the breathing reflect that calmness in the back. Can your breathing mirror the softness you feel? Just remembering our back hygiene is so important, because that is where our central nervous system runs, all the way up through the neck into the brainstem. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms above the head, hands together, and slowly lower the hands to the center of the chest. Let the head bow in gratitude for each other's company today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, everyone.